So I wanted to take a little bit of time before I made this video. And originally today I was planning on just doing like a fully fledged news video about all the topics that were going to be going on or that have gone on this week as we lead up into E3. But considering all of the negative vitriol around Stadia, I think that this is a video that needs to be made right now. Because quite frankly, I think that a lot of people that were expecting the Netflix of gaming don't understand the market. So before we jump into it, maybe we should take a look and see exactly what Stadia is, what Google announced yesterday during their E3 keynote. So Stadia is exactly what we thought it was, exactly what they told us it was going to be. It's a game streaming service with multiple different tiers, a paid tier, a free tier, and there is also a Founders Edition bundle to get you started for 2019. Now, the actual game streaming service begins in 2020, but you can get early access with the Founders Edition, which is a controller, a Chromecast Ultra, 3-month subscription, Buddy Pass that you can give someone a 3-month subscription. And you're also going to get access to Destiny 2, which is now free to play, but you're going to be getting all the DLCs, as well as a year pass for the new DLC, included within that bundle for $129 US or 169 Canadian. So the free version, the base subscription service is free. This is going to launch in 2020 at some point, whereas the paid version is $10 a month, $9.99 US or 11.99 Canadian, and that's going to launch sometime in November. So taking a look at the requirements that you need for Stadia, to play at 4K, 60 FPS, HDR, 5.1 surround sound, you're going to need a 35 megabit connection. If you go down to 10 megabits, you're going to be able to play at 60 FPS, 720p, so not great. That means that the vast majority of people that have access to the internet are going to be able to play. And that includes mobile devices that are still, using 3G, etc. Although, I mean, in order to play on mobile to start, you need a Pixel 3 or a Pixel 3a. And probably the Pixel 4 when it launches. But either way, you're still going to be able to play at 720p on the go, which is pretty cool. It makes sense. So to all those people that created content in the past couple days that are talking about how they were expecting the Netflix of gaming, or they expect or want a streaming service like this to fail, I have a really simple question to ask you guys. Why and how? Show your math. So the key part of this entire ecosystem was that it's not a true democratization of gaming. You're not going to get the same type of experience that you would with Netflix. And the vast majority of that is because the investment cost, the research and development, the recouping of investment, all that stuff requires the sale of games. Netflix is not pushing I gotta figure out a way to phrase this. Netflix is not pushing innovation on TV. Netflix is destroying the old way that we used to consume media, but it's not pushing innovation on TV. Yeah, they come up with a couple different options, like that Black Mirror Follow Your Own Adventure story was awesome. But they don't actually push innovation when it comes to storylines. Netflix is a business that goes out and buys, I'm breaking the fourth wall here a little bit, okay? But Netflix is a business that goes out and buys the exact same way that a standard broadcaster or movie studio would. So someone comes up with a concept for a movie. They pitch it to a production company. The production company then goes out and gets a proof of concept made, or they draft a script, etc. And then they sell it to studios, okay? So Netflix is a studio that's buying up all these scripts, and they have the buying power and the audience that they can actually come in at a lower cost than what other studios are willing to present. So a lot of TV show producers, a lot of movie producers, they're going to want to partner with Netflix just because of that reach. That's going to give them a little bit more cachet when it comes to selling their next project. Expecting the gaming industry to do the exact same thing is a little bit ridiculous. If that was the case, then competition in this space would be absolutely ridiculous. And for those that had those expectations, I mean, good on you, but that was never going to happen. You were basically living in a pipe dream. Google Stadia was never meant to be the Netflix of gaming. Google Stadia was meant to be Microsoft, was meant to be Xbox, was meant to be Sony. Google Stadia was never actually invented to change the way that you consume content, the way that Netflix has done with TV. Instead, it's offering you a different value proposition. So instead of purchasing a console for $499 US, you're stretching out the payment over 10 months or 40 months because it's $10 a month. So let's do your math, Matt, 50 months. So the lifetime of that console, you're stretching out the payments throughout that entire process while getting free content. You are still going to be getting free games. We don't know exactly which ones at launch, but you still are going to be getting free games. Okay? Stretching out that payment plan over the entire term or length of an actual generation of consoles, while providing a service that doesn't take any room from your entertainment center, okay? You don't need a physical box, you just need a controller or your laptop or your tablet or your computer. So it's replacing the classic set-top box, or it's replacing your PC, or giving you the ability to play games, AAA titles at near PC quality, on any platform that has Chrome. So it's not Netflix. It's different. It's a different platform, but it's still a console. So for those that are upset that you need to pay $10 a month and then purchase games, what did you expect? Because the cost of creating a AAA game title like Call of Duty, when you factor in everything that needs to get done, so motion capture, the asset design, building a brand new engine, the R&D time, the lead up, the amount of teams, employee costs, etc. The cost of building these games are massive. And that small chunk that they would get from each individual person buying it $10 a month in order to offer that game for free just doesn't happen. I mean, yeah, granted, you could probably go for like microtransactions or that type of thing, but do you really think game studios are going to be giving up their ability to make money off of the sales of their individual titles? Hey, maybe Google wanted to go the Netflix route, but we're getting pushback from all the studios. Maybe it's not actually their fault. Do you think studios want to give up their revenue streams? Because outside of microtransactions, the only way that studios end up making money is off the sales of their games. So why potentially give them away for free when you could still sell them, maybe even at a reduced price? Like, we don't even know what prices these things are going to be coming in at. Is it going to be similar to like a Steam sale? Is it going to be a Steam store or a Microsoft store? Is it going to be like those stores where you're going to have price fluctuations time over time? Or is it going to be one standardized price and maybe free to play a little bit later on? Who actually knows? But the ultimate crux of the story here is the fact that Google Stadia, and I keep on saying this over and over again, Google Stadia was never meant to be Netflix. It never would be Netflix. It would be impossible for it to be Netflix. So make sure you keep your expectations in check when you're looking at this. I already pre-ordered. I got that, what color is the controller? That limited edition night blue controller, the Chromecast Ultra, I pre-ordered it. Why? Because I believe in streaming as a platform. I went out and bought an Xbox a little while ago at the worst possible time to buy an Xbox because I believe in streaming. And I have a feeling that Microsoft and xCloud is going to be made available around the same time as Stadia, November. I believe in game streaming. I think that it's important in the evolution of gaming as a service rather than gaming as a product. Now, there are going to be a lot of naysayers that are going to say that I want my physical product, and I get that too. That's not going to go away. You're still going to get your physical product. I'm going completely off topic here. So one thing that wasn't made abundantly clear are when certain titles are going to be available. So I'm going to read off some of the I have it right here. So I'm going to read off some of the titles that are going to be available to purchase on Stadia. And like I mentioned, guys, for all of you that were sort of expecting the Netflix of gaming, it just doesn't make sense because the R&D cost for building these titles is ridiculous. You're not necessarily going to recoup it. Hi, Ollie. You're not necessarily going to recoup it just off of a $10 a month subscription fee. So Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, Doom Eternal, Wolfenstein Youngblood, Destiny 2, Grid, Baldur's Gate 3, Metro Exodus, Thumper, Final Fantasy, Rage 2, Tomb Raider, the entire trilogy, so all three titles. Samurai Showdown, Football Manager 2020, Get Packed, Elder Scrolls Online, Guilt, The Crew 2, Division 2, the Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Ghost Recon Breakpoint, Just Dance, NBA 2K, Borderlands 3, Farming Simulator 19, Mortal Kombat 11, and Darksiders. So all of those are pretty massive titles to begin with. Are they going to be available when Stadia launches in November? Not 100% sure. I have a feeling it's probably going to be only select titles. Really? You're going to sniff the mic? I'm recording. I'm recording. I'm talking about Stadia and gaming. Can you go lay down, please? Go lay down. So I don't know if all these games are going to be available when it comes to launch timing, but I have a feeling that quite a few are going to be available. I mean, Stadia is not going to launch with, just one game. That would suck. If it's like, hey, by the way, you're paying $10 a month and you get Destiny 2. That's not going to happen. They won't let that happen. The studios won't let that happen. I mean, just think of the fact that Ubisoft is backing this so hard. The vast majority of titles that I read here are Ubisoft titles. If a publisher like Ubisoft is backing this so hard, you need to know and understand that that means that this is going to last for quite a while. So guys, I know that this was a sort of a rambly video. I wanted to get something out. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think of Stadia. I'm incredibly excited, and I think that I have my expectations in check for what this service actually is going to be. And like I mentioned, I've already pre-ordered because I'm excited for the future of gaming because of this first step. Also what it means to the entire gaming industry, the idea for cross-save, Destiny 2, announcing that you're going to be able to port your save from whatever console or PC device that you're playing on before, and you can carry on, and you can switch between the two, right? So, I mean, if you have it on PC, you can play on PC and then jump on Stadia and take that where you want to go. Or you can cross your save over from Xbox or PlayStation 4 and then play on Stadia. So there's that ease of access. That's pretty cool. And I have a feeling, I'm pretty sure that Call of Duty also announced that they're going to be doing that. But anyways, so guys, tell me what you think about Stadia, about the idea of game streaming, why you support it or why you don't. And that's okay if you don't. Like everybody is entitled to their opinion. I'm not going to say that your opinion is wrong or right, but everybody is entitled to their opinions. And I'm open to hearing and accepting every single one of them. So guys, I know this was a little bit of a rambly video, but I wanted to make sure that I got something out. As always, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you want more gaming content. I know I only got one video out this week, but next week we got tons of stuff coming, especially with E3 around the door. So stay tuned, guys. And as always, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one.